Yay! Welcome, Casey. We are so excited to have you on the
Hey.
call today. If you guys don't know, Casey is a relatively new coach. She hit Success Starters, which got her a premium, like VIP spot in Muscle Burns Fat Test Group through corporate, which is like the very first people, well, the program's still being developed, like it's so secretive, right? And she gets to be on kind of the front lines with it, with Megan, with like the very first people to ever experience it, even before us coaches get to. So we wanted to bring her on and just have her share a little bit about her experience. We're going to ask her some questions about MBF so that she can give us like the insider scoop so that we can prepare for July 7th, which is launch date and kind of first workout day. So thank you, Casey, for taking the time with us. Tell us, like, what do you think so far? How has it been going? Give us the 411.
Well, first, thanks for having me. And I have like this program. I know, like, I don't know how many I've done. This is like my fifth one since starting in November. It is phenomenal. I was a little bit nervous going into it because watching some of the videos going in, I was like, oh man. And jump roping because I had a prior foot injury, so I was a little bit apprehensive about that. But just starting from it, Megan is amazing with it. She starts you out, anybody with any skill set, whether you're beginning working out or you're totally advanced, it's set up for everybody. So it is a 7-day-a-week program, but it's not a typical 7-day-a-week program like you think it is. And so that was like, oh my gosh, 7 days a week. So I was just coming off of the typical Monday through Friday routine, which I was geared up for. And I was like, no, this is fitting for me. I like it. And how am I going to do it 7 days a week? But the way that it's broken up is phenomenal. So Monday through Friday is your typical workout. And then I had never done AMRAPs before, or EMONs, which if you don't know what an AMRAP is, it's every minute on, wait, no, EMONs every minute on the minute.
Yep.
And then AMRAPs are as many reps as possible within a time frame. And I had never done these before. My 14-year-old daughter's done them, but not me. So at 41 years old, I was low-key freaking out that I was going to die, but I didn't die. So you start out, I think my first week, she challenges you to set the tone and do everything the right, proper way. It's not about how many you can get. It's about doing everything right. No garbage reps. You're going to get the term no garbage reps. You're going to know that phrase real good. So yeah, I was really pleased to like learn what those were, EMONs and AMRAPs. We do a lot of like weightlifting, like intro to weightlifting, which was super cool because I don't know, I've always been told that if girls lift weights, you kind of get bulky and you don't want to get bulky. And that is so not true. I have seen so much muscle definition in the last 6 weeks of this program. So MBF is 3 weeks.
Okay.
So it's 21 days. I should back up and start there. It's the beginner program. So she introduces you to a lot of the motions, the movements, how the program rolls out. You're divided up by chest days, leg days, then you do full body days. On Saturday, you do a 25-minute power workout, which is your whole body, and you will be amazed at how many calories and how much sweat you're going to be dripping in 25 minutes. It's crazy, crazy. And then on Sundays began to be like my favorite days to look forward to because they're a stretch day.
Oh.
And it's not your typical like stretch that you're thinking yoga. It increases your shoulder mobility and rotation. It works on all of your hip mobility, works on your strengthening and lengthening your back in certain ways that other programs haven't hit for me. Wow. So I noticed a big, big difference on my posture. I noticed a big difference on body structure in different ways that other programs weren't able to build it. I did start out with lighter weights, and by week 3, I was increasing my weights by 5 pounds, typically on some of them. We do a lot of asymmetric work, which means that you're working one side versus, and really honing in on how your muscle works on one side, giving it strength. And I really enjoyed that versus doing both sides together, because then I was able to really feel and notice how muscles were working and knowing that I was doing it right. So MBF was definitely amazing. You guys are going to love it. I cannot wait. I so can't wait. Like, but you're going to be a hot mess with the bod ropes.
Well, that was one
hot mess. But they're fun.
Too, about bod ropes, because obviously we can order on the 7th, but then our stuff doesn't maybe get there for a couple weeks. Can we start right away on the 7th without the bod ropes? Would that be okay?
Absolutely. You'll be amazed at how much just your normal hands, the motions are going to get you sore in just that way, because I don't know, when I started, I was going backwards because my brain wants to go backwards for some reason. It's going to really test you to get your eye-hand coordination down. So absolutely start now without the bod ropes. It's not necessary. You'll definitely get the timing down with the music spot on. Like, you're going to start hearing the music. It'll dial you in. And by like week 2, you're going to start hearing the cues of like, okay, I know the jump ropes are coming next. Okay, I know that I'm going to start doing my EMOMs next. I know that this is getting ready to wrap up. So it keeps you dialed in and going. And then it, like, right towards the end of like certain movements, it like builds you up and you can hear the music build, and then you just done. And it's just like, yeah, I'm a badass. But yeah, so you don't have to have the bod ropes. I would definitely say to start before that. Again, you're going to get the motion. I'm doing this over here. If you can't see me, I'm all, you'll get the motion down, the counts down, and you're still going to feel, you're going to feel it in your arms. The same thing with weights. As you increase your weights, I know that they're kind of hard to come by right now. I think it's getting a little bit better, but there's still some movements that I do that I modify that I don't have weights, or if I'm burning out and I feel like the way that I'm doing it is not correct anymore, right, then I drop it and I just use my own body weight. And the moves that she has, you'll still gain from just using your own body weight. It's so spot on to build, no matter if you use weights or just your body. You will get results.
Well,
so yeah, do not wait for your bod ropes.
Okay.
Jump in.
I love that. And that was my other question, because I know a lot of people like to travel for summer, and I read that there were 4 workouts that can be done without weights at all. So would it be okay to start it and then, okay, I've got vacation, but still be able to keep on track and do some of the workouts while on vacay with limited equipment?
Absolutely. Like I said, everything that she has, and she'll show you during the workouts, that there are everything that she incorporates in her programs builds, no matter if you're using weights or not. It does not matter. The weights are an added bonus. Of course, it's muscle burns fat. So for those of us who are ready, like an MBFA, it takes you to the next level when you're ready to up everything and push and really start building. But it's not a requirement at all. You guys will still feel the burn. You'll still sweat your brains out. You will still get a good ass workout without having your weights on your vacation. Yeah. Promise.
Is there a modifier for kind of beginning level? Is there somebody we could follow?
Yes, there will be a modifier. Because of COVID during our filming, we weren't able to see her yet, but Megan gave us all the modifications and showed us what they will be. And I did every single one of them so that I could feel, so that I could share, and I could know how the modifications felt for anybody who had a question for them. And I can tell you that I still, for my tricep push-ups, I'm on modifications. Yeah. I might be able to get out one now, but I drop back down to my knees and I modify, because that's how important it is. It's not about doing everything like you think. It's about doing it for yourself and modifying when needed. Yeah. And the modifications are still killer. Okay. They're amazing. Use them. But yes, there will be modifiers definitely to follow.
Okay. And you talked about the music. So is each rep kind of set to music similar to like MM100, or it's kind of like, okay, go to the beat?
It's a mashup. So every workout has a different rhythm, a different vibe to it. I have not heard the same music repeated twice.
Yeah.
That was our test group, so I'm not sure how it's going to come out. But it is more set to the pace of the workout. So when the pace slows down, the music slows down. When it picks back up, it builds back up. Megan's a great, she feels like she's like in your room with you, working out right next to you. She's amazing. She just like, she gets like up in the camera and she's like, come on, you got this. And it's like, you're just like, okay, I know I got this. I'm going to get this out. And you're going to feel so alive and so alive and so healthy when you get done with this program. I can't even like put into words. And I like literally cried in some of my vlog videos for that. I was just like, I'm getting so emotional right now. But yeah, it's amazing. But the music will help you if you start to listen. Like I said, by like week 2, you'll start to hear it. You'll start to be like, okay, now I know what I'm supposed to do. Time to start jumping rope, because the jumping rope has like a different vibe, rhythm to it. Then you know it's time to like drop that, and now you're going to go into your next block.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so, well, Sarah, do you have any new workout questions for? I wanted to switch to like maybe the nutrition piece, but I don't want to skip too.
Yeah. So for the moves, are they more compounded moves where you're doing multiple things at a time, or is it more broken down to where you're like just going in and doing the chest press, like just going in and doing biceps?
So
Go ahead.
Yeah, so what she does is she'll break it down, and you do usually 2 slower moves, and then you combine them into a combo move. Okay. So it's really slow and a lot of static, eccentric, concentric moves, and then she'll break it down, and then you kind of speed it up when you do your combo moves. So it's real slow to build up, and then you do a combo move. And then on some days, like on MBFA is more designed to start building on that. So you probably do more, I would say you do more reps with heavier. But and when I say heavier, that's totally up to you what you choose as heavier, but she does encourage you to try at least going a little heavier, at least for 1 or 2 reps, whatever's comfortable, and then going back down to whatever you can do. But it's more broken down, and then you combine them. Perfect. For a couple of reps. And then you repeat that usually 3 to 5 times during a workout.
Dang.
In your blocks.
Did you notice, like, going from MBF to then MBFA, you're like, holy moly, like, this is a definite step up. Like, I'm getting my ass kicked now. Or is it like this perfect little graduation into it? What was the level?
I think in my mind, I felt like I was going to go, I think it was going to be a lot more intense, but I think she prepares you so well and builds you up so well in MBF that it's more just a mindset, because it was a smooth transition. Not to say that it wasn't pushing and that I didn't have to engage the brain and drive, and tell myself I can do hard things, and despite all obstacles, we're going to get through this. But it was a gradual, easy transition, truly. It wasn't anything to where I was completely sore the next day, moving from MBF to MBFA, or felt like I was defeated in any way at all. There's still modifiers. She blends the moves from MBF so well into MBFA that you see the marriage of the two, and then you feel, and I think that makes you feel comfortable, and it makes you feel more like settled in the program.
Oh, I'm so excited.
MBFA incorporates more like weightlifting. For me, it seemed like it was building blocks of weightlifting, which I really enjoy, because, like, again, as a woman, you don't think that you can do that, but it was amazing. I really enjoyed seeing my body transform through the program in 6 weeks.
So good.
And did your husband do the workouts with you?
He did a few of the moves, but he loves his lift 4, so he was in the background doing it. I did ask him, I said, when it does come out, you should try it with me. I'm going to have my 14-year-old daughter, she's going to do MBF with me when it comes out. I want to see what it does for her, because she's an EMON AMRAP, loves them. And so I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes.
But you think the workouts are pretty good for both males and females?
Oh, he did try. Okay, I take that. He did try one with me because I did want to see what his take is and during MBF. I asked him to do one with me, and he goes, "Oh my gosh," he goes, "those are so good." He was dripping sweat, and he was like, "Man," he goes, "I could definitely see the difference in shoulder definition I would get from versus switching from lift 4 over to MBF." He goes, "Because her moves are structured differently than Joel's, and so they move and they like, I don't know, she works more shoulder definition and shoulder strength, a lot of core and back, and it's so does Joel, but it's just different. It's just structured different. But he got his butt kicked. He couldn't I don't even, like, if I want to remember, I don't think he could really even finish. Because it was like I had to like sprint. I was sprinting with my jump rope, and it was high knees. I think I had to do week 3 on, yeah. And so he was just like dripping. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I think I'm done." So
well, I got something I got to go do. I could do it, but
yeah,
I got something I got to go do. So I'll be back.
I think the oil needs change, sweetie. No, but he did. He said it was killer. But men, there's several men in our test group, and their results have been crazy. Like, I don't want to sound, but men, when they get like all of us, but yeah, and you can see 6 packs, you see like definition in 6 weeks.
That's incredible.
Some men are, in their upper 50s, and they're just like, you talk about having a little bit of, a little gun shy to start a program at that age, especially one that's so intense and has a lot of cardio, and as far as jumping rope and things like that, that's knee, that's ankles, that's when you get to that age, things start breaking down. But they said they feel better than ever right now.
Dang.
So
Love that. Does she? Okay, so can we switch a little bit? Sarah, are you good with?
Yeah, good.
Okay, I have a question. What nutrition program did you follow during this? Are you like Ultimate Portion Fix, 2E Mindset, something else?
So right now, I started out trying to do the UPF, and life got a little bit crazy, and I documented that in my stuff when I was replying, because of everything with not being home as much as I needed to be, trying to get everything sewed up. So I kind of just followed my own. I did my pre-workout every day. I did my recover every day, and my Shakeology every day. I did not miss a beat on that. Okay. I did try to follow as much as I could the UPF when I was home. But other than that, I basically followed my own little meal plan, as far as making sure I was eating. It was usually toast with avocado and egg in the morning for breakfast. I had my Shakeology. Lunch was usually a salad, and dinner was usually like with the family chicken, rice, and broccoli. So it may not have been right with UPF's recipes and whatnot as much as I would like to, but that's life. But I still did what I could do, as much as I could do, and got amazing results. So it's proof that as long as you're just still watching what you eat, making sure you're not having a bunch of sugars. I didn't drink any soda. I did follow for 6 weeks. I did have an occasional ice cream to celebrate my daughter's graduation, a milkshake here and there because we're human. But most, and I did have, I think, like 2 beers in 6 weeks. But, I tried my best, and we rocked it. So
I think that's so relatable
what's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying, I think that's perfect for summer, because there's going to be a barbecue. There's going to be a dessert night. There's going to be a beer. Like, that is so realistic. And I think that 80-20, like, you probably were like 90-10 because you're in this crazy awesome test group, but it's like life happens and you still got crazy, amazing results.
Yeah. I am looking forward to dialing in a little bit more the next go around, and just seeing the difference in my energy level, I really, really, really want to see taking my nutrition to the next level now that I've kind of been 7 months into working out. I've been showing up. I've kind of gotten that down. I'm ready to maybe take it, if I can move in and find a place that I'm there, but try to dial in the nutrition aspect a little bit more, and just see how much my life changes even more with that.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, when you get an MBF challenge pack, you get access to UPF that Casey's talking about, like the entire nutrition program. and like her logbook and everything and her monthly fix tips every month. Or, I mean, you get both. You also get the other nutrition plan, which is 2B Mindset, which is a little bit different, but still is equally amazing. And both of them, we've seen crazy amazing results for people just dialing in their nutrition of whatever style you want. And you guys get that when you get the challenge pack. So I wanted to see which one Casey was following. It sounds like UPF has been awesome for you.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm actually going to be doing UPF. I'm going to be trying to gain a little extra, because between bar and MBF, which has kind of been a flip side of our test group, because so often we're trying to lose, and I'm actually trying to gain, because I leaned out a lot on bar, and through stress and everything, I was getting a little, so we all have our things. So I'm really trying to bulk up in a positive, healthy way. And that's what I'm excited to try to use UPF for. I might be tapping you girls a lot for it, because it's so out of my game and element right now. So so it'll be a big one, but I am going to be trying to do that aspect and trying to gain through healthy gains.
Healthy gains, yeah.
Healthy gains.
In the test group, was there kind of an equal parts of people doing 2B Mindset and people doing UPF, or was there some people doing a little bit more of one or the other?
I found that from what I gathered, more people were doing UPF.
Okay.
Only because I think there's such a big spectrum of what people were trying to get out of our test group, that UPF, to me, after studying both of them, gives you more control. Like for me, I'm trying to gain, so I can do time nutrition, making sure I'm getting my brain, and 2B just seem more, matter of fact, for certain things. So again, I think more people are doing UPF because a lot of us have been on this ride for a while, so we're all trying to get more honed in things, dial it in for personal aspects. But I think that's such a cool thing that everybody gets to try UPF and 2B. I mean, that is awesome.
I know. And that you guys on the UPF, if you're listening to this, you can do, there's specifics for breastfeeding moms. There's specifics for gaining muscle women, men. There's specifics for whatever you're going for. If you kind of follow more of like a keto diet, like how to tailor UPF to a higher fat and like still hitting your macros. So she nails it. And I can't believe everybody gets this program for free. Like
I know. Unbelievable. I just feel like they're doing so much just to get everybody just back on track, and to realize that we can control some things, maybe not everything, but we can control what's most important, and that's us, for our families, for our kids, for ourselves, for the world. The happier we are, the more happiness we can spread. So
good.
You girls are gonna kill it. I cannot wait. It's so amazing.
Thank you. Did I leave anything out there? Do you have more questions? This is awesome.
No, I'm good. I'm so freaking excited. And when are you and your daughter starting? Are you guys going to be starting it on the 7th? Are you guys going to be starting it?
Yeah, so I'm going to have her start the 7th when it comes out. I'm going to let her use my bod ropes. I'm going to go without them. So like you were just saying, like, can we do it? I'm going to do it without it. I already had the chance to use them. I'm going to let her see it, because I want to see what it does for her. But it's great.
Could you use like a normal jump rope, or it'd be like, whoa, no way?
I wouldn't suggest it. I think
no.
Like I said, I'm glad they have like the little foam balls at the end, because I would have all like this in my pictures. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest using a regular one right now. After MBFA even, I don't think I could. Maybe, but.
Oh, I love it. Casey.
Yeah, I would just go without one. Just get used to staying tight, having the correct posture, arms where they're supposed to be, using just your wrists. It'll get you right where you need to be. And then when you get them, you're going to be like, oh yeah, watch this.
Yeah. Okay. So last question, like, what have you noticed with your own journey? Like, what has changed the most with your body or with your mindset? What piece has been like the biggest transformation for you?
So I started in November, and I was, you get really pumped and you do your workouts. And I think since quarantine, there was just something like I wasn't excited to jump out of bed and get my workouts in. Just kind of, I'm like, okay, I've been doing this workout 30 minutes, and when the test group came out, it was just like, man, I was getting up at like 5:45 in the morning. I was like wide awake without an alarm clock because I was so looking forward to just seeing what new excitement of the program was going to be that day. And I think that I needed that kick in the butt because, I mean, even now I know that the program's over, even though we got a couple bonus weeks of it. But even though I know that the program's over, I still had 6 weeks to set up that new mindset again, to make that new routine, that new habit, right? Because that old habit wasn't working. So I have a new habit, new mindset. I noticed I was where I wanted to be weight wise, but I've never had a booty. I kind of have one now.
You look strong.
Thank you. My legs look completely different than November. I haven't put in my befores and afters on social media just because things have just been a little crazy, but when it happens, I will. I've noticed my mindset as far as knowing like what things can be thrown at me. I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it despite all obstacles, because that is you'll know that's the tag phrase for MBF is going to be despite all obstacles and no garbage reps. And I think that's so fitting for life. Like, if everything that we're going to do, let's do it right. No garbage reps at it, because you have garbage reps that leads to garbage attitude, garbage everything. So
this is amazing.
Oh my God.
Mindset definitely changed. It's crazy. For stronger mindset just leads to a stronger life. And of course the physical transformation. Never ever thought at 41 years old ever that I could feel and look and just be the way that I am right now.
Oh, you're so inspiring, girlfriend. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for giving us all the insider info. I cannot wait for you guys watching. We're going to have a group of us starting literally on the morning of the 7th. As soon as we order, we're going to hit first workout. We'll have sample workout this coming Monday as well. So we'll all get to test it together on Zoom. And then there'll be a second round of people starting on the 13th, that Monday. If you are somebody that's like, I need to wait till a Monday, then there'll be a group for you starting on that Monday. So thank you, Casey, for all of your
Thank
time.
you.
You're amazing.
I can't wait.
I know. I can't wait to see your progress photos, your before and afters.
Yeah, I just have to have some. I don't even have time to even like write a little blurb about it right now. So I want to make sure I give it the quality it deserves.
For sure. Thank you for taking the time with us. You're the best.
Thanks, ladies. Have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.